Hi, I'm dgerard and this is Pivot to AI, coming to you daily. Today, your company needs you to use less tokens. Around the world, the AI revolution is going full speed in the enterprise. Get rid of those annoying and expensive employees. Replace them with the magical truth machine. And the huge push for Claude Code in the past few months. You can hardly log into Mastodon without seeing yet another tech luminary who's decided to replace his brain with a clockwork mouse. Claude is a game changer. Claude has turned the corner. The world is different now. Claude is a new paradigm. So that's great, and I'm sure we'll all enjoy bathing in slop-coded software that breaks all the time. Unfortunately, it turns out that software as a service costs money. And the end of the quarter is coming up, and a few companies aren't so happy to see the bill. Turns out this stuff is expensive, and maybe you can't actually afford to go full Gastown crazy. There's been talk about AI costs in consultant marketing since last year. We will help you keep your AI costs under control. But companies weren't worrying about AI costs in the far distant past of 6 months ago. The Wall Street Journal, the newspaper for the money, ran a piece yesterday. You finally figured out AI at work. Now comes the bill. It's still very gung-ho about the AI revolution, but they've just noticed this stuff does in fact have a price tag, one that goes up when you use more of it. Your very good friend and mine, Ed Zitron, posted a news item on Blue Sky yesterday. This worry about AI usage goes as high as Microsoft. You know, one of the AI vendors. Quote, hearing Microsoft is reorganizing its AI team under the banner of the Copilot system. Also hearing that teams are under pressure to reduce AI token use. Remit is that there needs to be fiscal responsibility in AI ops, and that Claude Code usage is being reduced in favor of Copilot CLI. If a company as large as Microsoft, the only hyperscaler building out AI from cash flow, is having to do token austerity, this must cost so much more than we think. Unquote. This comes from Ed talking to people at Microsoft and seeing documentation on the new token austerity, so it should be a delight of a better offline rant soon. This is happening a lot further afield than Microsoft. Here's some comments from the trenches. Quote, we're getting pushed to use AI for coding a lot, and even with paid licenses to Copilot, I've burnt through the monthly quota in a day multiple times. Unquote. Quote, yep, at my work, for more than a year, they've been pushing AI all the things. And now suddenly we're hearing, oh my God, the cost. Directives haven't changed to me. Still AI all the things, I just hear grumbling from above. Unquote. Quote, that's when the next email came. We are using AI too much. The bill is too high. So the original directive stands, AI first. But they're capping it as a very, very low token limit. Literally about 10% of what we become accustomed to. Execs literally sold the company on 10xing our output, then throttled us to 10% AI usage. Unquote. Use AI or else. No, using too much. Also, produce 10 times the output anyway. It's very comparable to when we all went cloud, which was more useful than AI. But then we noticed that AWS costs money. Let's assume the AI-first companies keep their AI spend under some sort of control. That's fine for 2026, probably. But if you follow Pivot to AI, you know what comes next. 2027 is going to be just a bit nastier because, and I stress I could be wrong on the precise timing, but I'm pretty sure 2027 is when the venture capital subsidy for the AI vendors completely runs dry. That's when prices go up about 10 times, so the vendors can even cover their running costs, if the AI vendors even survive. Imagine your SaaS vendor calls and says, "Hey matey, your bill's 10 times as much next month. Sorry, bro." You should expect some fairly loud squawking. You'll be pleased to know that Microsoft, the software company that started as a dev tools company, has a solution. Here's what Ed Zitron found Microsoft is planning. Quote, "One of the solutions proposed, I am not kidding, is writing scripts to automate repetitive tasks." It's really funny imagining a software engineer being like, "Whoa, like automating the boring stuff, you might say." Unquote. The AI bubble will pop, though not as soon as any of us would like, and there will be money for people who can do things halfway properly instead. Where there's muck, there's brass. There's just so much muck. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. Don't forget to forward this episode to someone you know who's stuck with AI at work. Also, if you want to know when there's a new episode of Pivot to AI, we have the Pivot blog as well, and it sends emails. If you put your email address into the subscribe box, you will get every day's post sent to you. At the bottom, there's links to the video and the podcast. Never miss a Pivot episode. Link in the show notes. And of course, hit like and subscribe on YouTube, leave a nice review in your podcast app, and drop your $5 into the Patreon linked in the show notes. This keeps Pivot to AI coming out every day. Thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow, and bye for now.